how people took the same concept, interpreted it in different ways, but each one of them did it because of their personal connection.
Give them 2 more minutes. I don't like starting, too late. And since the clock on the screen says 4:30, I guess we're okay. I'm gonna try to get an electrician in there within the next week or two to put that light in.
Okay, yeah. I actually, that's one thing I was looking for too, was just the other lights around, because I've just been keeping the door prop to get the light in. But is there another light if I go in there? Well, actually, yeah, if you want to just let me know when the light's ready, and that's when I'll start.
And that tent that's in there, I bought that for the art center. So if you're outside and you want shade, we can set the tent up.
Thanks, Bill.
So much faster.
All right. We all ready? I'd like to call to order the April 12th, 2022 Joint Public Arts and Community Services Commission meeting. We'd like to have roll call, please.
Commissioner Gutierrez,
Present?
Commissioner Becerra,
Here.
Commissioner Cruz Sendejas. Here. Vice Chairperson Niemeyer.
Here.
Chairperson Shinsky.
Here.
And for Community Services, Vice Chairperson Ordian
Here.
and Chairperson Baraja, I apologize, and Commissioner Scarborough Echo are absent.
All right, thank you. The pledge, the Public Arts Commission newest member, Mr. Gutierrez, would you like to join us or lead us in the pledge?
Sure. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Number 3, public comments. I don't believe do we have any public comments?
There are none.
Thank you. Item 4, presentation by local artists and or arts organizations. Do we have any? I don't see anyone in the audience.
We don't have any, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Item 5, action items. 5.1, Raíces RCOE mural project. Leila, are you going to be giving us this report?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairperson and members of the Public Arts Commission and Community Services Commission. This item before you is an action item for to basically Raíces and RCOE mural project. So the Raíces and RCOE are working with Indio High School students to create a mural. Staff work with them and we collectively choose to create something unique that hasn't happened in the city of Indio, which is a mural that will be painting one of our basketball courts, something similar to what you see here. Tonight, we would like the commission to recommend an ad hoc committee. So the ad hoc committee could work with RAICES and RCOE and the student to choose the artwork for the mural. We have Ms. Gutierrez here with RCOE as well, that if you would like, she can explain more in detail the program that included our Indio High School students as well. And that concludes my staff report. And if you would like, we can ask her to participate via Zoom.
Please.
Hi, good evening, I guess, afternoon, evening, everyone. My name is Myra Sanchez. I'm the director for the Migrant Education Program with Riverside County Office of Education. And the Migrant Education Program is working collaboratively with Raíces del Valle to implement a program that we call Cultura para la Comunidad. And we're working with our migrant students at Indio High School. And we somehow got hooked up with the city of Indio and talked about students engaging in an art project within the city of Indio, within the community. And now we're here presenting to this commission. And so the program pretty much is for students to learn, 10 migrant students to learn about public art, art history, culture, community, and then they will conceptualize a project within the city and at these basketball courts to see what they can put together. Marnie Navarro, who is the director of Raíces, she was unavailable to attend today. So I'm here representing as the person that kind of is coordinating the program, but she's the artist and she's the one that's going to be working with the students. It's, I want to say it's like a 9-session program that students will engage in a virtual series of classes where they'll learn about, like I mentioned, about art, public art, art history, etc. And then they'll have in-person days where she'll work with them directly on the art projects. The program is being funded through the California Department of Education, the Migrant Education Program, and we're looking to get started soon. I don't have the exact dates. I know we're still trying to finalize dates, but we have students ready to begin the program. Like I mentioned, it's with Indio. They are Indio High School students, and we are excited that we will be able to display their skills in art in the city of Indio. So thank you. Does anybody have questions?
Ms. Sanchez, are these students art students or just general ed students?
They're just general ed students. We wanted to open it up to all students because we know that, you know, sometimes students are either not presented with an opportunity or they don't think they have the skill. And so Marnie's job will be to help them find that creativity and artistic ability. And we wanted to give all students an opportunity to be artists.
Excellent, thank you.
But there may be students that are participating in the art program at Indio High School. It's
Okay.
not limited, but we don't want to limit students.
Perfect answer. Thank you. Any other questions? No? All right. Thank you, Ms. Sanchez.
Okay, so I look forward to working with the committee. I guess I'll hear from you soon. Thank you, Leila. And
You're
thank
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
At this point, I'm going to back up just a tiny bit and say that one of the reasons that this is a joint commission meeting between the Public Arts and Community Services, because we are really have made it a conscious effort to reach out into the community of Indio. And since some of these projects are going to be in the parks, that's where our Community Service Commission comes into play. I see that we will be creating an ad hoc committee to select the artwork, and I think it would be a good idea of at least one member of that Community Service Commission be part of that ad hoc committee. So just keep that in mind when people are offering their names up for this, please. So, any comments on this project?
I think it's a great idea. This is how I got started in painting, with someone actually showing me how to do a mural. So I love it. I think it's great. And Is Community Services Commission going to have any vote on the approval of the artwork?
So if the ad hoc committee will be, we are not coming back to any of the commissions. So the ad hoc committee will basically will select, because they have a time line, a time frame. They need to finish everything, the students, before the school ends. So this ad hoc committee basically is to work behind the scene with the students, do the selection of the art pieces, and the staff will basically oversee the process. So it doesn't come back to any of the commissions for approval. It just will be in hands of the ad hoc committee. And if the ad hoc committee, as Mr. Chairperson said, will be one person from this commission, one person from that commission, then they can report back to both commissions.
Okay, you could have more than one per.
I'm not sure for the ad hoc committee, we can have more than one. It needs to, it can't be, for each commission, it can be more than two, because then that's the Brown Act issue.
Well,
So
you could have, in theory, 2 and 2 if they wanted to volunteer.
perhaps we can 2
Okay.
and 2, exactly.
Okay. Just looking for the max.
If I may something, I'm the only one representing, because it was a probably short notice to everybody have things to do. I don't know, but I like the idea. It's really great. And this is how we can get involved students, and they can, utilize their skills and enhance them so they can do something. So I kind of like the idea. So supporting this. Thank you.
Great. And then it's an action item. So both commissions need to vote on that. Whoever is being selected for the ad hoc committees, just I would like to mention that. And Ms. Castillo will do a roll call at the appropriate time for voting.
Clarify something for me, please, Layla. The design for this project is coming from where?
It comes from the students and Raices that works with them. So they will.
Indio High School students?
Correct.
And working with Raices?
Correct.
Okay, all right. And then the ad hoc committee chooses the design they think is most appropriate, and it's done.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I have a question. Now, are you going to maybe reward students somehow, maybe scholarship or something to?
So this program is being sponsored and paid by the county. So our CEO will pay the student and a stipend. So if the commissions choose to do anything in addition, that needs to be decided as well. But it's being covered and paid by the funding from the county, and the students will get a stipend for their work through that program.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it's important students have some kind of incentives to that, and either scholarship or something. So then they can choose the design, and who's going to win. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, then, I guess we're at the point that we select an ad hoc committee. As far as the Public Arts Commission goes, can I have a volunteer?
Yeah. And I think if there's 2 per committee, I would also like to put my name in there.
So we have Commissioner Cruz Zendejas and Commissioner Gutierrez have volunteered. And from the Community Services Commission?
Well, I'm the only one here today, like I mentioned. Maybe we should wait until other members are present, and we can, like I said, it's a short notice, and some of them probably busy or working when able to.
And they may want to do it.
So, but I can volunteer myself. So right now, but we still want to reach out to our commission and make sure we have some volunteers from our commission as well.
Chairperson,
Sir, yes.
I need to verify that with city attorney due to the Brown Act because it's the same project. Technically, we would have 2 and 2. However, it's the same project and you guys would both be reviewing for the same items. I need to submit that. For now, we could vote on Public Arts Ad Hoc Committee. And then should they allow an ad hoc for community services, I will reach out to community services and we'll take that into consideration at the next meeting for community services, if that's okay.
That sounds perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Great. So as it stands now, we have Commissioner Cruz Zendejas and Commissioner Gutierrez for representing the Public Arts Commission. May I have a motion to accept those names, please?
I'll move to appoint Commissioners Cruz and Zendejas and Gutierrez to the ad hoc committee.
Do you have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Gutierrez,
Yes.
Commissioner Becerra,
Yes.
Commissioner Cruz Zendejas.
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Ordian.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Will you be contacting the, excuse me, Community Services Commission people?
Yes, sir. I will work with city attorney. Once I get that information, I will work with Jim Curtis and Edith. She's your commission secretary, and we will get that situated and put it on next month's commission agenda, should it be so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very good. Item 5.2, Clean California Grant.
So this item is a grant that the City of Indio been awarded for. The grant includes 2 art components. One is shade structure, and the others are the 6 big belly trash cans. Those big belly trash cans are the ones that you see within downtown, trash and recycle, which has images on them. So at this time, we would like to have an ad hoc committee again to be appointed only from the Public Arts Commission to work with the staff, public works staff for the artist selection, and also it will come before the commission for approval. We have about 8 months to complete the project, so we have enough time to bring it back to the commission. So the ad hoc committee will work with the staff on artist selections, and the finalists will come before the commission for final consideration. That concludes my staff report. Again, this is an action item, so it needs to be voted on. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions if you have.
Any questions? Ad hoc committee, 2 members? Yes. Do we have any volunteers for this project?
I don't mind volunteering myself for this project.
Commissioner Becerra has volunteered.
I think for the near future, I have to recuse because I have a family member with property within the location of that.
I can go in.
Okay.
Unless there's a limit.
Is there a limit to the number of ad hoc committees you can be on? If there is no limit to ad hoc committee participation, then Commissioner Cruz Zendejas has also volunteered.
Okay, again, we need to check that to see if a commissioner can be on 2 ad hoc committees. But since we are not 100% sure, is there anybody else that would like to volunteer, Mr. Chairperson? Would you like to?
Well, if it's not allowed, I'll be happy to.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
So may I have a motion to accept Commissioners Cruz Zendejas and Commissioner Becerra as ad hoc committee members?
I will move to add Commissioners Becerra and Cruz Sendejas to this ad hoc committee.
You have a second?
I'll second that.
And this will just be a voting item for public arts. Commissioner Gutierrez,
Yes.
Commissioner Becerra, Commissioner Cruz Sendejas,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Item 5.3, Teen Center Traffic Signal Box.
So we last time that we the commission selected images for traffic signal box, we discussed to circulate request for proposal to the teen center, and we decided to revise the guidelines. The guidelines will be used for the request for proposal. It will be part of the request for proposal. So staff had revised that. So the major revisions is we are asking only participation of teen centers. The teenagers that are member and registered with the teen center and live within the Coachella Valley. So the age limit of 18 and older is removed for this specific one. We are asking to submit one image only, and we're also asking them to superimpose it on the Exhibit A that we have as submitted as such. And we're letting everybody know that if that's not the case, your proposal will not be considered. We also added a section which was there to say if there is any help needed, contact the staff. So those has been added or revised for the new guidelines for this specific request for proposal. So staff would like to know if the commission is okay with those changes and revisions. And also, again, we would like to have an ad hoc committee appointed to select the images and bring back to the commission for final consideration.
What's our timeline on this?
So I have the timeline also in the request for proposal. We are trying to get everything finalized before end of the school year again.
Okay. So this is a do this now project.
Correct.
All right. We are now looking for names for an ad hoc committee.
I'll volunteer for this one.
And again, this one will be only for Public Arts
Public
Commission.
Arts Commission, right. So we have Commissioner Newmeyer.
I can be added if I can do multiple as well.
All right. Commissioner Becerra, if indeed commission members are able to do more than one ad hoc committee. And if we are not, it's going to be baptism by fire, Commissioner Gutierrez. Can we interest you?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Commissioner Gutierrez. We don't like to have a commission of people that just don't participate.
So for this one, for now, we have Commissioner Becerra and Commissioner Gutierrez.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. Commissioner Newmeyer.
Commissioner Newmeyer and Commissioner Gutierrez.
Yes.
Okay.
And if Commissioner Becerra cannot do more than one ad hoc committee.
And then I would be on two as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
so
if the answer is yes, we can do more than one ad committee, then Commissioner Gutierrez is reprieved.
All right. Noted.
Otherwise, it's Newmeyer and Becerra.
Got it.
Can we get a motion, please?
Well, I'll move that we accept the names of Commissioner E.J. Newmeyer and Commissioner Vanessa Becerra to be on the ad hoc committee for the Teen Center Traffic Signal Box project. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Gutierrez,
yes.
Commissioner Becerra, Commissioner Cruz Sendejas,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
5.4 revisions to the traffic signal box beautification program. Is this part of the previous 5.3?
Yes, that was a duplicate.
I think it was just a carryover from the format.
No, I'm just doing what I see in front of me in on hard copy.
We apologize. The new system still has some tricks. So you put something in, sometimes it duplicates. So we apologize for that.
You were just trying to make believe it was still April 1st. Thank you. Item 6, project updates, the Coachella Valley History Museum Water Tower update.
So as you recall, we had a system installed in 2016, which had 3 projectors project images on the water tower. The system works off and on. So staff had contacted 3 companies, including the original company, which is Printscaping. So Printscaping, actually, they just revised the date. They're going to be here after the festivals on May 10 at 2 p.m. to assess the system. We have also 2 other companies that if they would come here to assess the system, they would charge us for a daily trip, which if we use them, then that charge will be waived into purchasing something from them. But for now, we're just going to work with the Printscaping to see if they can fix the problem. And then if that, how much it will cost, and then get the assessment and bring it back to the commission at the next commission meeting. So that concludes the update for this item.
Any questions or comments?
Just want to double check. What's the date for the May meeting?
It is May 10,
They're going to come the same day as the meeting?
correct,
Okay.
at 2 p.m.
Will they be here for the meeting?
I'm not sure, I can ask them.
At least we can hear firsthand what he thinks
Sure.
is going on.
Sure, that date actually tentative, so they need to reconfirm it. But if that date will be, we'll ask them to stay for the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I believe it's just paint escaping, not print escaping.
You may be right.
As Philippe, yeah.
Item 6.2, the Mural Conservation Assessment Update.
So the history of date industry in the Coachella Valley has been removed. That mural has been removed from the wall. The wall has been painted. So the site that the mural was there, the cost came out of Art Fund. However, staff decided to go ahead and paint the facing an awning that faces Oasis and the south wall that faces the parking lot. It has been tagged and repainted. So those 2 areas which didn't have mural, the cost came from professional services costs. So it didn't have any effect on Public Arts Fund. So that has been completed. The Desert Coia Village mural is scheduled to be repaired on April 20th, and it will take 2 to 3 days to be completed. We, per the request of the artist, we would like to apply an anti-graffiti, anti-UV coating. Staff has contacted the company that was recommended by the artist, Mr. Don Gray. However, we were not able to make any meaningful contact. They did not return any of my calls or emails. So we are still exploring for that anti-graffiti, anti-UV coating. And the history of electricity mural, staff has sent an agreement to the property owner probably about a month ago, to get the right of entry and also to negotiate the scope of work and the paint color with them. We haven't heard back from them yet, so we will send another letter reminding them that we need to do that. So that's all the update that I have for the mural conservation project at this time.
Any comments or questions from commission? Well, I think Layla and I spoke about this, but as far as the history of the electricity mural goes, I mean, it may be weathered and aged, but it really is not in that bad a shape where we really, I think at this point in time, need to really worry about doing something major to it. I think it's going to die a natural death.
And also our anti-graffiti team from code enforcement will take care of that. So that will lower the cost on the art fund because they're just going to charge us for the paint price. The labor will be absorbed by them. So as soon as we get something from the property owner, we can schedule that as well. So as you said, it will be it's not as critical as that one, and it will be an easy removal. That what the other one was very difficult. They did electric sanding and 3 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint. So it was a major work there.
6.3 work plan update.
And I also want to add something on item 6.2, if I may, Mr. Chairperson.
Certainly.
The company that did the work was RG Construction. It's a very high-rated company on Yelp that I found. And I'm really happy with what they did and being on time and taking care of everything. So I'd like to mention their name as well.
And they worked very quickly.
They did. They were very quick.
Now 6.3.
6.3. So the City Council approved the work plan on April 6, 2022. They were happy with, the council was happy with the work that the commission has done, and it went to the work plan. So right now staff is working on the creating of the RFPs for all pieces, and staff has planned to bring it back, all of them before July 1st. Not at all of them at one meeting, but every meeting that we have, the commission will see some of those RFPs for review and approval, and also appointing ad hoc committees, which will be for the next fiscal year.
Well, I think just having the work plan alive and working is going to really benefit everybody. So thank you for all your work.
You're very welcome. It was a teamwork, sir.
6.4, Sabala K
I just had
update.
a question on 6.3.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. 6.3, we have a question.
So I noticed for the council meeting, so they approved the work plan and they included the strategic plan in there as a draft. Was that also approved along with the work plan?
No, so draft strategic plan was not there on the recommendation to be approved. However, they approved the work plan that drew from the strategic plan. Strategic plan still is in the draft form, so it needs to be approved. Again, needs to go back to the commission to make sure that the draft format is final. Then it could go to the city council as a consent item to be approved.
Yeah, because in my head, those two things were together. Like first it would be the strategic plan and then the work plan. That's how they asked for it. So if we can get the strategic plan passed with the council or on their agenda to be approved, I think that would be really smart of us to have that foundation. That way we have validity from what we're pulling with the work plan, because right now it's just a draft. So
staff can work on that. I will discuss with Mr. Trujillo and with the city manager's office and report back on that as well.
Yeah.
6.4, Sarbala K.
So I sent an email to both commissions to save the date. The ribbon cutting is on April 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. There's also Mobius conference that's happening in the same park that starts at 9. So we thought, why not kind of like combine these two events or have back to back. If you, any of the commissioners had a guest or individual or any organizations that you would like to invite, please send me an email. Let me know who they are so we can add them to our invite list. We created an invite list that includes the City Council, both of Arts Commission and Community Services Commission, staff from staff from Development Services, Public Works that worked on the project, also Golden Voice, the AIA chapter, which it is the local chapter in Palm Desert, the Palm Springs Museum, and all the art commissions in the Valley. We will contact their art liaison to invite them as well. But if there is anybody else or any other entity, also raise the Raíces Cultura. So if you would like to invite any other art organizations, please send me the email, perhaps no later than tomorrow, 5 p.m., and let me know who they are so we can add them to the invitation list. And hopefully to see you all there, except people who work.
This is an important, even though this piece is conceptually on long-term loan, having a piece by an artist architect who has won the most prestigious award in the world in Indio, you can't beat it. This is a major thing, and everyone should be there. Everyone should tell everyone to be there. I mean, this fellow's motivation is really quite remarkable, and why he does what he does. And I did have a question. Is there going to be any information on the artist there for public consumption? I mean, like a sign or something?
So we are putting together a news release which will explain the piece, also the biography of the artist that we have. So all those will be printed and be available for the people to take a look at and take it. There is no sign at this point because, as you remember, the work plan also includes signage, which we need to create, but there will be information, hard copy regarding the artist and art piece. Also, I contacted the artist to see if he can attend in person or via or virtually for the ceremony. So if that can happen, that would be great. We also sending direct mailers to the residences 500 feet from the perimeter of the park. So all those get direct mailers to attend the ceremony.
Well, I ask because, I mean, where the piece has been located, in the John Noble's neighborhood, I mean, the idea of having an African architect in their neighborhood is, my God, it's like, I mean, that's what I want to be when I grow up, kind of moment for some of those kids, and we need to let people know where his inspiration came from. I just read an article at Bloomberg.com about where his inspiration came from, and I mean, it could bring tears to your eyes because it was one of those fabulous African trees, and he is so creative and so spiritual about his homeland, that's what he saw from that tree. I mean, that's the kind of information that people need to know about, because they just think, oh yeah, it's a thing by an architect. Well, this guy's more than an architect.
I'm gonna have a suggestion, sir. Would you like to work with me to draft something? for that?
Sure. This is, yeah, I
Okay.
mean, this is a very important moment for Indio. And in the article I read at Bloomberg, it says that this piece is now in the Indio Valley.
No, it is in India, in the Coachella Valley.
No, I mean, if West Valley can say it's the Palm Springs Valley, we can say the Indio Valley. So,
I'm not going to say anything.
well, I'll always say it, you know that.
We should divide the valley into two pieces, Palm Springs and
So, but anyway, okay, I'll work with you on that. Thank you very much.
Perfect. We'll do that.
6.5, Paisley artwork from Coachella Music and Arts Festival.
So last commission, the commission asked for the condition of the Paisley artwork. I contacted the Golden Voice. They informed me that these pieces will be used at a Stagecoach festival this year. So it's going to be painted, ready, presentable to use there. So the condition is good, but we won't be able to see it at the art tour because it will be installed for the Stagecoach. So that's an update for the commission.
All right, thank you. Item 7, Commissioner comments. Well, I'd like to start off by saying welcome to our latest and newest commissioner on the Public Arts Commission, Commissioner Gutierrez.
Thank you, Bill.
Would you like to tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a 47-year resident of Indio. I'm a social worker currently in Eisenhower Medical Center, and I work in the field for 27 years now. Worked in Indio for 27 years, multiple capacities with multiple populations, children all the way to the elderly. So have a huge passion for supporting.
Commissioner Gutierrez, may I ask you to turn on your...
Sorry, my apologies. I'm a musician. I've worked in the arts since 5th grade, and it's always been a passion of mine to continue to elevate this area and really expand people to the arts as a whole. So to be on this committee, it's an honor to keep doing that.
Well, we're thrilled to have you.
Thank you.
And you know James Jared Taylor?
I believe so.
Yeah. He was your teacher?
Yes.
We need to talk.
Phil knows everybody.
James Jared Taylor was a teacher in the Valley. I had James Jared Taylor in an exhibition 35 years ago in Atlanta because he's been consistent with his style. And anyway, I'm doing a project with him, and I want to talk to you about this project.
Sure.
Any other things to say? Please.
Yes, well, let me make sure the microphone is here. Well, anyway, thank you for having me here today. I think it's a great idea to two commissions get together and work on a project which will benefit our city. That's our goal. And see, we have our strengths and we can put together and make sure that everything will work out. And again, the final, we need to make sure it's the city is the one who benefits from all these things. So we're ready to help. And when you talk with the attorney, make sure, whatever we can do within the legal things. So we want to make sure to be part of it and help it. Okay. Thank you. And welcome to the commissioner's world. So. Okay.
Well, I'm real thrilled that the two commissions are going to be working together because it's just a natural, and we'll do a lot of good stuff. I'm sure we will. Anyone else have any comments or updates? Well, for those of you who missed last Friday night's opening of Cultural Cannibalism at the Coachella Valley Arts Center, you missed a huge crowd. It's a fine, fine exhibition, if I don't say so myself. We made the front page of the Desert Sun, amongst other publications, but we are having an artist talk on May 5th at 6 o'clock. Not only is it handsome visually, but it has great substance. I mean, just the concept of cultural cannibalism and how 6 different artists approach that subject is really, really quite remarkable. I'm really very proud of this. We had 6 artists scheduled to participate. We ended up with 5 because one of them, Hector Salas, who was going to be doing a performance piece, unfortunately is getting ready to go in for cancer surgery. So we have him remembered by a piece that he made, but he couldn't participate physically. But he'll be there in spirit because Hector is Hector and he's from Indio. So May the 5th, if you can make it, bring good questions and comments.
And Bill, just to clarify though, it's still open, so if anybody
Yeah.
wanted to go see it right now, what are the hours?
The exhibit will be up through May 28th, daily 9 to 1. I'm there at 7:30, but you know, if you see my car, the door's usually open. Feel free to walk in.
Thank you.
And you know, we're only like 70 yards north of City Hall. So you can't, there's no excuse to say, gee, I didn't know where you are. Anyway. Item 8, staff updates and information.
So as you know that the Coachella Art and Music Festival tour will be on April 21st, so next week, Thursday. We're supposed to be there at 10 o'clock. So we would like to know who is available to go. And there's another option. There are 2 options. We can meet there around like next 5 minutes to 10, or we can meet here at the parking lot at 9:30 and just basically carpool there. So those are the 2 things that the staff would like to know. If the commission can tell me now, that would be great. If not, please let me know via email no later than April 14th.
Is it just a one date?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It's just a one date then?
Correct. It's
Okay.
only 21st.
Okay.
Same question. I was planning to be there, but I was planning to be there, but I had to be in Los Angeles for work, but I really wanted to be there. So I hope we have a second day too.
They don't, but I'll ask Golden Voice there. They don't. They have only one date, and because they coordinate with the artists to be there too, so you can talk to the artists. That opportunity is not any other day, so we apologize for that.
It's okay, understood. No.
I will tell people that I know someone that's on a medical team that's working the festival, and they've been told, and they're scheduled to be there before the actual festival too, but they have been told that there will be no picture taking before the festival is open to the public. So they want this under wraps, really under wraps, because they've really gone international this time. Very good.
I also, if I may, Mr. Chairperson, I would like to thank Vanessa Castillo. Without her, I can't have any meetings. So she does everything patiently and quietly behind the scene, and for us to have meetings every Tuesday in the month. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Vanessa keeps us all in line. And on that note, can we adjourn? We don't need a motion,
Don't need a motion.
just a
Meeting